You can see it up on the big screens. It's gold medal match time here at the CEV BeachVolley Nations Cup in Vienna. A totally new format, and we're very, very interested to find out who's gonna take home gold. We already know who's claimed bronze, but still time to find out who's gonna be the champion in the women's competition. And in less than 13 minutes, we are gonna do exactly that here at Red Bull Beach Arena. One more time, welcome in Vienna, here at Haymarket, to the CEV BeachVolley Nations Cup. It is gold medal time. We're going to see Germany take on Switzerland. This fantastic new format. And to make sure everything is going to work out fine, it is a great pleasure to call in our ball kids, our rakers, the scorers, line judges, and of course, our referees for this gold medal game. Until the start, and that of course means we're going to call in our Cupra trumpets. Here are the athletes for our gold medal game, starting with Germany. Wearing jersey number 3, please welcome bitte 4. Willkommen in Wien, Julia Sude. Switzerland, wearing 1, please welcome Anouk Verger-Debré. And last but definitely not least, with 2, here is Menia Bentley. Germany versus Switzerland. We are going for gold here at Red Bull Beach Arena.
bis heute gab es das große Party hier in der Republik dabei. Und diese Party geht auch später ab, natürlich dann auch noch weiter bei uns in Zeit, die sich jetzt auf den großen Screens eingeblendet. Ab 22 Uhr in der Werkgeschaut uns auch eben hier die Mega Beach Party. Hier geht es dann wirklich so ein bisschen über der Beach Expo, dass sie und morgen nach dem großen Finale der Tag von Winz gefeiert werden. Das ist dann ebenfalls viel VIP, da werden wir uns auch freuen, wenn ihr wisst, dabei seid. This is one big beach party, and we are going to roll in shots under 6 minutes.
Well, hello there, and a warm welcome to you to the beautiful Vienna for the inaugural Beach Volley Nations Cup, the first of its kind, and the best beach volleyball players in Europe have descended on this wonderful city for a full week of very, very competitive beach volleyballing action. Well, hello there, and welcome to the Red Bull Beach Arena. Beach volleyball doesn't really get much better than this. It's the gold medal matches in the women's competition. Switzerland and Germany. The temperature, well, cooler than yesterday, thankfully. It's 35 degrees, very, very warm, but it's the best of 3 matches. And first up is Anouk Verger-Debré. A year ago today, she won the Olympic bronze medal with Joanna Heidrich. She's now playing with Menia Bentley, but they're up against the World Tour Finals champion from Cagliari, the Germans in Carla Borger, wearing a number 3 jersey, and Julia Suda in this first gold medal match. Remember, it's the best of 3 here, with Sinja Tillman and Svenja Müller up against the European champions, and Tanja Hubli and Nina Brunner after this one. Carla Borger first introduced to the crowd moments ago, and Julia Sutter, two very good friends for a long, long time. Struggled through periods of last season, but they came good here with a bronze medal in the European Championships, and they're undefeated at this point. Well, Anouk Vergier-Dupri has had it tough as of late with Joanna Heidrich's shoulder injury. We wish her well in her return. And her temporary partner, someone who's very well regarded in the Swiss program, it's Menye Ben-Tele. They'll be split blocking for periods of this one as we have a look at the fixtures today. We're halfway through the games as Latvia have defeated Austria to take the bronze already. This is the first match to see where this gold medal run will go for both of these nations. A big wave to the crowd for Martin Kahn. Let's get the Austrian ref on the stand in his own country. One of the world's best refs for many years, and Sylvain Drouart from France, the second referee for this one. Well, 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 it's going to be a close one. Both teams sporting very strong rosters in this competition. Well, for Germany, they started this competition in Pool B. Borga Suda beating Williams and Prospilova from the Czech Republic. Tillman Müller losing their opening game. Well, sorry, losing to Williams and Prospilova. But for Borga Suda, they're yet to be defeated as Carla Borga makes her way into the arena. Two-time Olympian, 33 years old, the FIVB best server in 2014. But this pairing have won twice on the World Tour together. First time in Quinchao, second time that huge win in Cagliari. There's Ricardo Vento, the Brazilian head coach of the pairing on the right of your screen. Julia Sutter comes from a volleyballing family. She is also an Olympian from 2020. That was her first Olympic Games, having missed out by the narrowest of margins in 2016, where she was actually coached by the Swiss head coach Spiros Karachalios, who made the move at the start of the year from the Polish men's program, switching over to the Swiss women's program. And here are the Swiss team just about to be announced. Menye Ben-Tele, wearing the 2 jersey, has teamed up with this player here, Anouk Vergier-Dupri, one of the best players of the last 10 years or so, a bronze medal in Tokyo following a very impressive performance at the 2016 Olympics. She changed from blocker to defender, and now she's doing a little bit of both. But what a time for Menye Ben-Tele. Coach Christoph Diekmann told me yesterday he's so impressed with Ben-Tele, just 20 years old, first year really in the program, previously playing with Anna Lutz, now teaming up with one of the best players in the world. Well, here we go. Best of 3 sets to see who takes a 1-0 lead. Anouk Vergier-Dupri will get us underway in this opener. Bruna Hubli watching carefully from the sidelines as they get ready to tackle Svenja Müller and Signe Tillman, the European champions, up against the bronze medalists from the World Championships in Rome just a couple of months ago. The first play is a little bit tight, and welcome to the game, Ben-Tele. Well, there'll be a few nerves for Menye Ben-Tele, but they will be settled with how she dealt with that overpass, or overset from Germany. Borga insistent. A little bit of a tester for Switzerland on both Borga and Suda early doors here as Vergier-Dupri rips one straight through the seam. And they mean business, Switzerland. No, Anouk Vergier-Dupri and Menye Ben-Tele actually saved Switzerland in Pool A. They beat Alvarez and Moreno, a very good Spanish team on the rise, both going to TCU in the NCAA, but playing for Spain as well, and currently the under-22 champions from Spain, because Bruna Hubli lost to Caro Lombardo, who are currently 16th in the world, going really well. Bruna Hubli did beat Carol Lombardo in that golden game, though. There was also a win against the Netherlands for the Swiss. Bruna Hubli and Virgia de Pree and Bentelli winning both of their games, so they won their pool, which meant they had a day off the day before, yesterday, before the semi-finals, and Virgia de Pree and Bentelli beat Namika and Brauko from Latvia fairly convincingly in 3, but it looked fairly comfortable, the 2 sets they did win. Borga Suda on point here, with the serve from Carla Borga short onto Bentelli. It's a testing serve, making Bentelli really reach for the ball, and they have a chance in transition. It's a great spot from Anouk Virgia de Pree, though, and it's a really good bit of transition. 2 players in transition. The blocker turned defender after the Olympic Games in Rio. Comfortable sweeping up the backcourt, comfortable blocking on the front. She's got just about everything. Germany, on the other hand, also clean sweeping Pool B. Carla Borga kicks out well, drives through with a hammer. So in theory, both teams have had the perfect competition so far. Borga Suda have beaten Bianchin and Scampoli. They also went back out for the golden game and beat Olsen Toth and Blumenbach. Also the same against the Czech team in the opening round. Good line from Borga Suda. Just a little bit wider on that line ball in the block, as the line really lit up for Bentelli. Didn't have many angles back crossbody from there. Borga Suda rocking and rolling after the opening ends. Borga Suda currently ranked 7th in the world at the moment. That was with a 9th in Espinho and a 5th in Gestad, a 9th at the world champs. And they're always flirting around that top 10, top 5, but knowing fair well they have the pedigree to get onto the podium at every competition. Big play. Virgia de Pree says, my bad. Virgia de Pree is currently 11 in the world, but with Joanna Heidrich, who, well, head coach Spiros Karachalios was telling me that they reckon it will be 4 to 6 months before we have Joanna Heidrich back on the beach volleyball court. So we hope that she's resting up well, ready to come back, but Bentelli looks comfortable. The interesting thing for Switzerland is how much of this sad situation of Heidrich's injury can they turn into a good thing for the development of Menia Bentelli, because she's growing every game here. Chop over the top from Carla Borga. Big serve on the long angle. That might just make it tough for Bentelli, but she passes really well, keeps the ball inside well, but the dig from Borga is absolutely clutch. It's one thing to make this dig, sees the crossbody swing coming. She goes to the fork, Carla Borga, but at the same time, keeps the ball in rhythm. Exceptional in her transitional play. And last year at the European Championships, this really was a breakthrough competition for Borga Suda, because the Olympics really didn't go to plan. They were out far quicker than they had planned for. They split with their coach just after the Olympic Games. Well, their campaign had finished, and they came here with really no expectation. They made the medal rounds and left with a bronze, and really it was quite an emotional competition for them. But after that, they really sprung into form, winning that World Tour Finals.
One here, one here. You know, you do something. If it doesn't work, you can repeat 2 times the same. And for sure, also the middle, okay? And about serving, girls, Now, okay, let's already go more to Yuli. And this for middle, when we use, it has to be middle. It has to be better quality. But now, when we side out, we start to go to Yuli. Okay, let's go. Oh, yeah, side out.
Well, great to hear. Spiros Karachalios, hard at work. Former head coach of Germany, remember, knows Julia Suda very well, but also my head coach of Poland and Kantor Wojciech. They're going to target Julia Suda. Oh, what a pass! Get it, Bentele, just turning and plucking an arm at it. Carla Borger transition, doesn't miss. Medi flying. Carla Borger so far just detonating everything that stands in her way. That late turn of the wrist, superb. Well, Borger Suda worked with Josip Anic for a while, Croatian coach during the World Tour Finals, but they've just started working with Ricardo Vento, who's there with them this week. 10-4 is the score so far, and for Borger Suda, I mean, they're certainly doing their job in the early stages. They seemed very comfortable yesterday after their victory in the semi-final, delighted to be here. And there's a huge ace from Carla Borger in transition. She's making everything from the service line. The contact is quick, and it's too quick for Nick Verge-Dupree, who's maybe taking a step there to side with Bentele and leaving the line slightly open. Tomahawk, and Nick Verge-Dupree takes matters into her own hands. Still 11-5, Switzerland have it all to do. Really good positioning from Borger again on that cutback from Nick Verge-Dupree, but as we know, there is a lot of beach volleyball left in this game. It's only 11-5 in the opening set. Let's not be making any assumptions. Outside the pass, just moves the block defense to the inside for the attack, and in theory there's a lot of work to do for Bentele, who has to shift across and then break back to the line. It's a great decision from Julie Suda. German beach volleyball, especially on the women's side, in a very good place as Bentele smiling. With Lara Ludwig coming back, with Louisa Littman, the indoor superstar. It's going to be a second time that Ludwig teams up with an indoor star to make an Olympic Games. So it'll be interesting with only 2 teams per nation being able to go to the games. There's a carry called against Carla Borger, and if she's not happy, well, I think the officials will hear about it. Handling calls have been slightly tampered with before start, just a little bit stricter in the contact and what they're calling. There's not so much leniency in the rules when you're setting off your body. That's a great set though from Carla Borger. Look at her finish the pose for a long, long time. Service on the long angle pass is good from Bentele. Can she work back? It's really good. They've done their homework. Borger Suda for sure, but again, and Nick Verge-Dupree is going to be frozen out of this game for long periods of time, so it's very important that when she can nestle her way into the game that she does so, and that's good from a change direction with the knuckle. Technical timeout, 13-8. Borger Suda looking strong here, but as we said, no assumptions. There's a lot of beach volleyball left in this game. Germany off to the brighter start here. Two neighbours go head to head. And here we go, the party's beginning. There's some wild characters out there today. Look at those fellas in the party shirts over there. And that is the beauty of volleyball in Austria. Bentele serving, doubling up in the angle, but Suda lock and loading on that one. Superb so far, faultless, but they were also faultless yesterday against the Klingers. They won to 12 and 13 in their semi-final, and that's again the bonus of having two teams in the top sort of rankings in the world. Borgasuda at 7. In any other team here at this competition, they would be the #1 team, but because they're Germany and Tilman Müller ranked at 5, they're the second-ranked team here. I mean, I really don't know where else this could go with Ludwig coming back and maybe Maggie Kozik. That would be great as well, but also Chantal Labra, Sarah Schultz, another great team, and Sandra Ittlinger. At the moment, Ittlinger Schneider at 13 in the world, so they're boasting 4 teams in the top 20, Germany at the moment. When you think that Shanti Labra hasn't been to an Olympic Games as of yet, it just shows how strong they've been throughout the years. Good positioning, sees the 2-ball, lines up expertly. Carla Borger, she's made a lot of digs so far. Bentele, oh, super high to the line. That'll do. And with every big play, she's going to be smiling. Anouk Verchet-Dupree just forces the ball in, and well, if the pass is off the net, you lose your options, but if the set can squeeze you back in, you have a few back again. And the option was to go over the top with the knuckle. (15-10) turns to 16-10 in this opener. But we've seen already today that these games can turn, and whether you're a beach volleyballer yourself or you're watching it for the first time, you'll know that sport in general can just flip in an instant, but especially this one. Suda works back baby line, and Verchet-Dupree is coming on too. Fantastic from Switzerland. Haven't been playing together long, but that was a sweeping bit of defense from Anouk Verchet-Dupree. Starts in the angle, makes a move. It's a late break from Bentele, who then her footwork to get her feet inside the ball and stay high with the arm. Very well done. Wow. Switzerland have arrived here. And we'll see Tanja Hübli and Nina Brunner come out next, but they have their own song from the Austrian fans that I'm sure we're going to hear a fair amount of. The Austrians certainly do adopt the Swiss well. But Borgasuda lead by 5, all the same. Verchet-Dupree shows the angle and just smoothly plays the ball to the line. Game on. Anouk Verchet-Dupree took a 5th in Jemela with Hydrick. They lost out to Duda and Anna Patricia, who at the moment look like the team to stop him World Beach Volleyball, don't they? Brazil put them together as a super team. Seems like they've built to this very moment where they went out to win the World Championships at their first crack together. Borgasuda have let Switzerland back in here, but one thing we know about the Swiss is that they serve, and they serve very well. Ooh, almost left from Anouk Verchet-Dupree, just a pat to the line from Suda. I think we've got a game on our hands, you know. Bentele will keep rising in confidence. Hasn't got so much experience at this level, but she certainly has skills to pay the bills. To the inside now, Menia Bentele goes with the left. There's a chance for Germany here. Recovery setting almost. Oh, what a play. Is there a touch off the hands? Both teams think they've won this one. No touch from Bentele means that Germany have surrendered another one here. And that lefty knuckle, good enough to force the error from the Germans. Vertier Debris spending a lot of time in Athens with coach Spiros Karachalios, who's mostly taking up the role from Greece, as is the head coach of Hubli and Bruna, Christoph Diekman, living in Thessaloniki. And between them, they're doing a fine job, but also I think Vertier Debris and Joanna Heydrich, led for a long time by Florian Cole, who left his post at post-Tokyo 2020, so we wish him well in his new job working with the development. I'm sure that they're very lucky, they are very lucky to have someone with that much experience and knowledge.
Vamos virar essa bola, trocar de lado e vamos fechar o jogo, tá bom? Vamos, tranquilo, vamos lá.
Du hast nicht viel Zeit zu gucken. Bei Uno. Guck nicht, verlass dich auf den Ball. Ja, ich wollte dir machen, weil ich noch gehört habe. Wer ist da noch so rein? Eine Platzierung langt. Allein der lange 1 beispielsweise. Immer weiter, immer weiter.
What an opener. (13-8) at the technical for Germany. It's been turned around here as Anouk Vertier Debris serves Julia Sutter, and that was exactly what Spiros Karachalios was saying during that technical timeout as they go after Julie. And Julie gets the block to take Germany one closer. Sets a little bit tight from Bentele, and there's the sorts of moments where you just know that she's just got a little bit of work to do in terms of consistency at this very top level. But the promise is very, very evident. Serving deep. Bentele passes slightly off the net, hits a sharp angle, and sneaking into the sharp cross is Carla Borger, but there's nothing she can do about that one. Certainly the cross-court lights up the wider you are on the net and the closer you are to the antenna, but excellent swing from Bentele, and now Germany are out of sync. Chance for Switzerland to get back to 1, remembering that they were 5 down. There was something in me that told me this game was not over, even though Germany had such a convincing lead here. You know that Bentele is just going to rise to the occasion. She's playing with no fear, and she's proving that she can mix it with the best in the world. Suda, high off the hands this time. Good decision-making from Suda. Borger just had to make some real quick shuffles with the feet to try and keep this ball alive. Just here, good stability all the same with the bump set from Carla Borger. And Bentele saves the opening set point. And how well is the 20-year-old stepping up here? She's taken a second place at the CEV under-20s. She actually lost to the Latvian pairing who took a bronze medal today, but the set point, standing two ball. Carla Borger, Julia Sutter, low fives to Ricardo Vento, because they've sneaked it over the line. Wasn't perfect, but it doesn't have to be, does it? First set of this gold medal tie goes to Borger Suda. They've taken it 21-19. Remember, they were 13-8 up at the technical timeout. Switzerland will certainly be sat in their chairs, knowing that they have a big opportunity in set two. We'll have a look at the serve placement. 80% on Julia Sutter. Certainly had a lot of the pressure. Exactly what Spiros Karachalios asked for. And if there's a guy that does know Julia Sutter, it would be Spiros Karachalios, that's for sure. Carla Borger only on 5% of the serves, and that was an ace as well. Great stats from Hawkeye. Top serve is 67 kilometers an hour, but Bentele getting most of the ball, even down that 15% middle channel, most of them to the right side. But they're not scared to go after Anouk Verchet-Dupree either, are they? Let's be honest, and rightfully so. They'll know her very, very well from battles through the years. Well, the second set underway here. Germany sneaking it over the line. It was hearts in mouths stuff with that standing two ball from Carla Borger. And they'll look for a touch here. Switzerland's not been given. And will we see the big C from Anouk Verchet-Dupree? Looking for a challenge? You'd think not. Challenge, first point of the game. Entertaining stuff, because Anouk Verchet-Dupree is absolutely certain there's a touch here. Did it brush the forearm is the question. Is there a little bit of movement there? No. Menya Bentele from the pin. Works back, Borger on one, sticking it to the Swiss. What a play. Just being able to know or make the read defensively, and also have the ability to know what's happening on the other side of the court. Bentele, what a touch. Oh! The underarm, stab, cutty. Anouk Verchet-Dupree, a little bit of brilliance back to the Germans. We have a game on our hands now. Well, we can't have our hearts in mouths at every single point here in Vienna, can we? A bit more of a regulation side out from Julie Sutter, just working the ball to the line. (3-1) moves to 3-2. She'll be figuring things out in there, Anouk Verchet-Dupree. She's got so much experience in this game. Played a long time with Isabelle Forer. Fantastic player for her, but they won in Xiamen in 2016, but she's also won the World Age Group competition under 21s with Nina Brunner. So a junior world champion, Anouk Vergier-Dupri. Julie Sutter, great swing. Didn't have much more line available, but was leaning so into the cross and then just dialed it away. Maybe Bentele could be a little bit more into the seam area of the court there to take that slight wrist away ball, but taking nothing away from Sutter. Makes another play. What a cover from the Swiss. Big moment this one before the change of ends. Bentele chasing, but it's a dominant opening end for Borgasuda. Great pat, played with a hard hand from Sutter, which is important. Soft wrist there means it would be a lift, but because the wrist is quite firm and solid, it's just plucked up wonderfully. It's a lot of fun, this competition. Change of ends. And a timeout as well, as you see Vento just hurrying up to try and fire some wisdom.
Okay with the decisions what to do, for example, in block, defense or pull. We have a lot of blocks, but we cannot finish because of quality. We have to be calmer with the touches, with the setting. And then for you, Menya, you have to decide faster in attack what you do. Just faster. Because you are a little bit waiting, and then they adjust to what you are doing, and it's too late. Okay? But just calm, we continue the same. We have also the good side now. Faster decision, and a little bit better quality to easier balls. Okay? Because all the other parts are working. Let's go.
All the other parts are working. Karachalios looking for some better decisions in transition. Having dinner with him quickly last night, he was just praising how Menya Bentele is really improving fast in this game, and said she might make the odd poor decision, but she makes up for it straight away with a smart one. She knows, or he knows, that she's learning quick, and that's a great swing. And that's all he can really ask for Bentele, who looks back to Karachalios on the side and just gives him the little nod. Says, that one's for you, coach. Nice coaching roster now in Switzerland, with Danny Rodriguez-Wood leading the men's side. Men losing their head coach, Mike Suter, who's doing a phenomenal job in Australia. Currently at the Commonwealth Games, but this is a big rally, goes Borgasuda's way. And high tens all round. (6-3), but let's go back to the opening set, and it's a very similar story. It's a slow start from Switzerland. Oh, the baby rainbow. Two balls coming. Anouk Vergier-Dupri. It's a good run from Bentele, passing with a width. So then Anouk Vergier-Dupri can carry on the wide play to the line and try and test the hands of Sutter, who's really reaching into the line. Can't quite penetrate. Vergier-Dupri wins that battle. Well, Bentele into the net this time. To think that such a shame for Joanna Heidrich, on the verge of that bronze medal at the World Championships. As the team that they ended up losing to, Müller-Tillmann, are up next in this one. Back to the line from Carla Borger. And in that competition, Borgasuda actually went down to Bukovic and Brandy from Canada, who went on to win the silver medal. A big competition from the Canadians from 20th seed. And in turn, their head coach, Ricardo de Freitas from Brazil, has just gone and joined the Chinese national team. Big news in the volleyball world, that one. And that's a big serve from Carla Borger. Get it. Similar serve, but it's a really good stable pass from Bentele. And in turn, it just tees everything up offensively. A quick look again to Chalios on the side. Serve, but at the same time, speaking to a few of the coaches yesterday, they're saying it's always hard to play against the Swiss with the service pressure that they have. And it's in every team, really. Hubli Brunner serve absolute bullets as well. Bentele goes with the left with the cuddy, but the set's tight from Verge Dupree. That brings Sutter into the game. 6-point game, and surely Germany now are looking towards a first match victory here. Turn back angle. Carla Borger is there again. The reverse knuckle. Not quite. The ball was pretty quick off the platform of Carla Borger, but once again, like we saw in the opening set, Carla Borger is making good reads, especially on that sharp angle. Sits in it very, very late. Makes a fantastic touch. Switzerland finding it hard to score. Forcing it on, showing the line, chipping over the top, and again, a situation where maybe Bentele would have wanted to have broken, or a good 2 or 3 meters off the net for Borger-Suda. We're not even at the technical yet, and Borger-Suda have already pulled into a 6-point lead. Error from Bentele, looking for that sharp ball once more. Feet don't quite get the upper body in the position to play with the sharp angle. Pass is slightly off. She has to work hard off the ball. And it's difficult play from there. 13-6, Carla Borger. Serving to the inside, maybe making it difficult for Verge Dupree to hit the cross-court angle. Doesn't matter, she draws it back. And 13-7. Suda passing perfectly, but in turn goes for that cut shot, and sweeping that one up is Anouk Verge Dupree. What a touch, Carla Borger, but to no avail in the end. It's a good break at a good time for the Swiss pairing of Anouk Verge Dupree and Menya Bentele. They could not afford to go in at 14-7 down. They went in at 13-8 down in the opening set. They found their way back into that one, and they need to try and find the same form late again here. Funny enough, in that World Championship bronze medal match, Hydra and Vershia Dupree were flying. They were siding out at 87%, which is just incredible. And, well, Karachalios was saying to me yesterday that just found that they were starting to perform really well and all the work from the previous 6 months was coming to fruition. But in the end, it wasn't to be for Switzerland. That certainly was to be. Can Julia Sutter put this one away? She can, or is it out? It's very close. The opportunity was there for Sutter. But the persistence defensively pays off for the Swiss here. And all of a sudden, they've given themselves a shot at 9-13. What a touch, my word. And look, Vershia Dupree covering every grain of sand out there, bringing the error. And Julia Sutter, I think there's a challenge in progress. Let's mix it up a little bit, shall we? Add a little bit more drama to it. Carla Borger does not miss a trick, does she? She knew there was a touch. I didn't think there was a touch. Anouk Vershia Dupree didn't think there was a touch. One would say that Menya Bentele knew there was a touch. She touched it. Great challenge. And that's the difference now of 6 points again. Bentele off or over the top of the block this time. Well, Switzerland needs something special. Otherwise, it's all down to Nina Bluna and Tanja Hubeli in the final women's match of the competition. Good from Sutter. Passing. Just mixes that high line, doesn't she, with that cut shot or the cross-body back, and all of a sudden it's very difficult for the defender to know which way it's going to go, because she does show that straight approach both times. Hubeli Bluna up next, obviously took a bronze medal in Ostrava and in Doha as well. So 2 medals for Demon's side this year as they prepare for the European Championships in Munich after the Hamburg Elite 16 coming up soon. By soon, I mean next week. Sutter. Almost a little bit of a contact in there. Clear that she touched the net though. Challenge in progress. You feel this one might just go back the other way. Julie Sutter still having a word with Martin Kahner. One would say that there was a net fault there from Julie Sutter, and the score does change back to 15-10. Vershia Dupree with that quite dynamic float serve, trying to make it dart towards the passing unit. Again, looking for the hands. Sutter. And in transition, the speed of the play is quick and unsettling, and Anouk Vershia Dupree takes matters into her own hands. Ace, and there's some deja vu here. Germany do a great job of pulling away early, and then Switzerland just don't know when they're beaten. The service pressure once more.
É porque desse lado, ela sacando pra lá, o vento tá empurrando mais, entendeu? Então você quiser ficar lá, dá um passinho mais pra esquerda, tá? Aí a Carla te ajuda no meio, tá bom? Se você não quiser, você volta pra cá, mas aí lembra que o vento tá empurrando pra cá, beleza? Tranquilo, lá em cima, virar pra bolinha e vambora.
Der letzte Pass ist ja niemals so dicht. Wo sie noch berührt.
Well, I think I said this in the opening set. There's definitely an opportunity here for Switzerland, even though they've been down. They don't know when to give up. Fast line from Suda. We've seen the high line. We've seen the chop back cross body. And it was a perfect side out at a key time. And a good time out in the end for Germany. Just the brush away. It's a really good change of direction. Oh, talking about good changes of direction. That's on point from Anouk Verschaet-Dupree. Kicks out well, the set's inside, and that makes Julia Suda think twice about that one. She thinks about jumping inside on the set or breaking the short line. She gets beaten to the short line. Through the center from Bentele. And once more, the Swiss working hard to bring this one back. Suda the target. Something has to give in a minute. Can Germany side out? Opportunity? No. The line play so far for Suda, we've seen 3 or 4 different variations of it, and it's really, really strong stuff. Side out for Switzerland. You can see it so early when the ball was just sitting in that perfect spot off the reception, tracking the ball nicely. And although this might be just a short-term partnership, it's giving both of these players so much to cheer about from Switzerland, isn't it? You can tell that they're enjoying their beach volleyball, and for Anouk Verschaet-Dupree, it gives her a chance to keep competing through the season here where there's no World Tour points available, and well, they have to be careful with their entry points. Switzerland, 3 of the last 4 events count as entry points, so as soon as Verschaet-Dupree starts playing on the Pro Tour, they start messing around and losing entry points because there is no Joanna Heidrich, and next year the Olympics qualification cycle kicks in and you need your points, and you need to be as far up the entry ranking as possible so you can have the best seed in these competitions. Borge Suda are 2 away here. Two-point game if that goes down, but it doesn't. What a set, Julia Suda. But Bentele breaks really nicely, and now it's a 2-point game, and Switzerland are at it again. I mean, these 2 sets almost identical. The setting from Suda, world class there, but it was just a little bit too tight for Borge to unleash on it. Surely Borgasuda have got this wrapped up, but who knows? The World Tour champions certainly haven't had it all their own way, as Borga's dynamic and twists one's back to the line. Change of serve from Switzerland just to see if they can sneak one off of Carla Borga, but no. Serving for the match here, Julia Sutter chasing in, right side play, Bentele twists one back to the angle. Second match point. Oh, and this is a huge play. Surely, Anouk Verchet-Dupree brings Switzerland back to 1. And there's a few shakes in the passing units of Julia Sutter. And have a look at the celebrations. The eyes from Verchet-Dupree. And this is identical to the opening set. Sutter will be the target for sure. The Swiss serving unbelievable. What a set. Carla Borga, but excellent defense as well from Bentele. Is agony. So close. Agonizing for Switzerland. Outrageous rally to finish the game. Disappointment for Bentele. Beautiful work from Carla Borga. We're going to have another look at that one. I think I have to as well. This out the net set was out of this world. And going for the cut shot away from the body. And there you have it. Carla Borga, what a way to finish. The out the net set does the job. Germany beats Switzerland to 19-19. Now it's all on. Svenja Müller and Sinja Tillman, who are up next against the European champions, Tanja Hübeli and Nina Brunner. Well, here we have a look at the winning spikes from Germany. A lot through the centre for mostly Julia Sutter throughout that game. And from there, she enjoyed hitting the line a lot, coming back to the line with 3 or 4 different variations. Anyway, massive game this one. And Germany have taken it 1-0. And this next match should be an absolute corker to see who goes through, or who wins, sorry, the gold medal here in Vienna. Hübeli Brunner, European champs here, won the gold a year ago. And they're up against the bronze medalists from the World Championships. And the gold medalists from Ostrava in the Elite 16. Sinja Tillman and Svenja Müller. Big moments coming our way. We're going to leave you for a short while before we come back for a huge match here in Vienna. Do not go anywhere. The second match of this Beach Nations Cup final coming our way.
Applaus für 2 Siege. Deutschland kann das jetzt lösen. Über Sinja Tillman und Svenja Müller. Wenn die gewinnen, gegen Nina Brunner und Tanja Hübeli, dann ist das Ding durch. Dann ist Deutschland jetzt Gleichstand sichern und dann wird die Partie in einen Golden Set gehen, ein großes Satz bis zur 15, wo beide Teams die halbliche Spielerinnen antreten können. Also natürlich nur 2 an Bord, aber aus 4 auswählen. Und die Schweiz stellt jetzt das schnellste Team auf für das Finale Nummer 2. Es kommen die Vorjahressiegerinnen von Wien, die amtierenden Europameisterinnen, die Gruppensieger und das bisher ungeschlagene Team Nina Brunner und Tanja Hüberli, ebenfalls bekannt als Nina Peter und Tanja Hüberli. Nina Brunner hat im November letzten Jahres geheiratet. 2 Minuten noch, dann kommen die Golden Ladies hier auf den Center Court und dann fällt in 1 Stunde, 1,5 die Entscheidung. Wer holt hier Gold? Ibi. Deutschland oder erleben wir das Comeback der Schweiz? Und schon 4 Tonnen Sand. 810 Tonnen haben wir zur Auswahl hier am Centercourt. Extra aufgeschüttet. Und Lisa Tunger ist verzweifelt, stürzt sich in eine maskotte Depression, aus die ihm kein Therapeut dieser Welt befreien kann, aber er sammelt Sand, um sich diesen einzubereiten. Und daraus bekommen wir fantastische Inspiration am internationalen Sandmarkt, welches Gold zu machen. Eine Verfolgung. Hier waren aber die Ladies hier. Der Schweißland und wir bekommen jetzt etwas aus der Kiefe. Das ist die Granatale, die es jetzt so gibt. Wir kommen Stunden wieder am Center Court. Liebe trumpet players, once more, we want to welcome today's finalists, give everything, and bring out the Super Trumpet. Willkommen am Center Court von Wien. Deutschland gegen die Schweiz, das Finale. der Weltmeisterschaften in die Schweiz in Spiel vom Ross gezogen. Hannover und Johanna Heinrich waren die Gegnerinnen der beiden Deutschen. Man hat sich Johanna Heinrich von der Schulter verletzt, leider laboriert sie aber immer noch. Hannover Seite mit Interimspartnerin Liga Bentele und Silja Wiemann und Svenja Müller sind damals durch die O im zweiten Satz von der Schweiz zur EM Bronze gekommen, aber ein unfassbar starkes Turnier gespielt. Und Nina Brunner und eine Überblick. Spanien besiegt im Männerduell. Lettland besiegt im Männerduell. Sie sind Gruppensieger und wir sind umgestartet. Willkommen an die Schweiz!
Well, hello there and welcome to Vienna for a first competition of its kind. It's the Beach Volleyball Nations Cup. Vienna, the perfect stage for this incredible competition. Well, hello there and a warm welcome to you to the Red Bull Beach Arena. It's the inaugural Beach Volleyball Nations Cup where two teams from each nation go head-to-head against each other. It's a best of 3 matches, really. If it's 2-0, we're done. But if it's tied at 1 match each, we go to a golden set to 15. And the situation is as following. Hubli and Brunner, the European champions, need to win this one to force it to a golden set against the in-form Sinja Tillman and Svenja Müller, who moments ago led the teams out into this Red Bull Beach Arena. What a season they're having, climbing the world rankings to 5th place position with a win in Ostrava, surprising a few people, coming through the qualification to win that competition, but then backing it up with a 3rd place finish at the World Championships in Rome. Sinja Tillman took a 2nd place at the European Championships with Kim Behrens in Jurmala 2019, losing out to Switzerland on that occasion, and Versha Dupree and Joanna Heidrich. But this time, almost last year, Nina Brunner and Tanja Hubli won the European Championships here in this very stadium, and they are loved by the crowd still today. There is the fixture, the 6th match of this long day. Tillman Müller, well, they need to back up the good work done by Borga Suda, who have just defeated Versha Dupree and Bentele. As we meet the referees for this one, Irina Kodoskova from the Ukraine on the stand, and the second referee, Andrea Lippi from Austria. You can see Spiros Karachalios in the background giving last bits of advice to the Swiss pairing, where, have a look at some of these outfits. One thing that the Austrians certainly know how to do is enjoy their beach volleyball, but something tells me they might be saving a little bit of energy for a bit later when Austrian men play against Italy for a place in the men's final. But first up, Sydney Tillman out into the Red Bull Arena. A great season so far after the World Championships. They took a rest, this team. A couple of COVID issues within the camp meant they had to rest. But playing with this player here, Svenja Müller, is still only 21 years old. And in her first World Championship, she took a bronze medal home with her. That's pretty outstanding stuff. A double hand tap with Kirk Pittman, the head coach, on the way out. Pittman made the Final Four in Klagenfurt in 2008. If you haven't seen him and Jason Lockhead do the hacker, go search it. So the cowbells. As Switzerland and Austria share so many similarities, but Tanja Hubeli, she's one of the best blockers in the world, 29 years old, and Hubeli played at the Olympic Games in 2020. They had to settle for a ninth place, losing out to Heidrich and Versche Dupree in what was a humdinger of a third set, but she's playing with Nina. Bluna was Beschard, sorry, last year before getting married at the beginning of the year. Nina Bluna makes her way into the Red Bull Arena. They've won 3 times together here in Vienna. In Baden, twice as well, so they've only ever won in Austria. There is Spiros Karachalios enjoying his week on the side, usually just the head coach of Anouk Versche Dupree and Joanna Heidrich, but here just working with both teams as Christoph Diekmann takes a week off before a busy schedule at the Elite 16 in Hamburg and also the European champs in Munich. Great start for Sydney Tillman, comes in showing the cross, hitting the line, good vision from her. And you have to feel that this will be a very tight game. The Germans only won their first match yesterday. They're relying on Borgasuda in the golden set for the first 2 to win their pool. But at the same time, Borgasuda were very good in those clutch moments, and it's allowed Tillman and Müller to just grow back into competition, as they have had the best part of 4 to 6 weeks off of playing competition. It does take a while to get that feeling and the rhythm back. It's a perfect competition, as Kirk Pittman rightfully said, playing without pressure. High over the top from Svenja Müller, and a coaching team that includes the likes of Jörg Wagner on the women's side, the head coach of Brink Reckermann and Ludwig Wolkenhorst, when Germany won 2 successive Olympic gold medals, one in the men's in 2012, one in the women's in 2016. Germans also working with Markus Diekmann, the brother of Christoph, in Germany as well. So all very well connected, these players. Knuckle to the line from Bluna. Good change of direction to the sideline from the defender. Straight through the middle. Very good serve, but Miller can hit her way out of trouble. Touch from Brunner is good, but again, it's 6 foot plus, well, 6'4" to be exact. This is a new breed in blocking from Svenja Müller, and she can just stay high at any opportunity. I mean, Tanja Hubeli is a big blocker at 6'3" as well, but having to reach for that one from Svenja Müller. Short ball. Well lifted, but off the net from Brunner, coming in on an angle and just slices the ball back to the line, off the body. It's going to be a fun one. You can feel it. And last night, Tillman and Müller in this very arena beat Platushnik Schützenhofer 16-14 in the third set to seal this gold medal slot for Germany, and it was one of the most memorable beach volleyballing experiences I've had in recent times. This place was absolutely bouncing. As Hübeli serves tough, but it's Svenja Müller again. And the crowd is starting to come alive as afternoon turns into evening here. Hübeli, perfect pass, has a lot of options, but sitting in the sharp angle late is Sinja Tillman, who then goes over the top of the block. What a touch from Brunner. Crowd love it. And she gets the point, and the let's go from Hübeli. Wow. I think this one's going to go the whole way with the level that we've seen in the opening encounters. Müller serving short, that's affected the rhythm. The fadeaway bump set from Tillman is good, and in turn, again, going over the top from Svenja Müller. Difficult for Müller here to go to ground, get up, and instead of trying to look for the blocker and hammer, she looks for the defender and just decides to shoot. Smart moves. Bang out the back this time. Teams will be going for their serves, that's for sure. Switzerland renowned for going for their serves, and Brunner's in a great spot. What defense from Nina Brunner, and what a transitional play. That was all about the first touch, less about the actual kill itself. You put a transition ball into that area, you have lots of options, and at this level, players are technically good enough to slot the ball home on either sideline from there. Passes off the net from Müller. She's going deep to the line again, and you can see Switzerland starting to go a little bit later in the way they're playing the game. Smiles. So far perfect from Müller. Tillman and Müller actually had a training camp with Spiros Karachalios, the opposing coach, and Verge Dupree in Athens moments ago. They were saying perfect place for a training camp for beach volleyball. So many teams go to Tenerife, but enough of that, because Hübeli stakes a claim here. You give her a free opportunity like that, and she'll put it away. Well, Nina Brunner serving. It's a good serve on Sinja Tillman as well. Sorry, Svenja Müller. And the pass again from Müller has been really high quality. It's one thing passing the ball into the front third, but the tempo was there, makes it easy for Tillman. And we've seen Müller go high over the block 3 or 4 times. Now we see her just go wrist away, challenges the defender. Second change of ends at 7s. This time Brunner's just passed slightly off the net, but in turn has a little look for Müller and just chips over the top. Well, for Müller and Tillman, that bronze medal at the World Championships was such a huge achievement for the team. It was unfortunate for Joanna Heydrich dislocating that shoulder in that tie-break set, but still a performance really to be proud of, because they've made their way up the world rankings very quickly this year, as Hübeli just turns one late off the block of Müller, and as soon as that ball's turned as late as that was, it makes it difficult for the blocker reaching just slightly inside Müller, getting caught by the late turn of Hübeli. But let's not shy away from that bronze medal at the World Champs for Germany. Beating Australia on the way through, Taliqua Clancy, Maria Fey, Artache Del Solar, and what was a very close match with the Kirk Pittman derby, as we call it, as Pittman went up against his former side. Australia and Germany were triumphant in that game, and it just shows that they've beaten the best in the world numerous times this year, but they're going to have to do it again here to send Germany through, because it was great work from Carla Borger and Julia Sutter moments ago out here on the show court. They've already done their job, knocking over Anouk Verschet-Dupree, European champion in her own right in Jurmala in 2019, and Menya Bentele. So the pressure is really on the Swiss, but so far they're delivering. And that's an unfortunate error from Tillman, just trying to slice the ball to the sideline away from the body. Tillman works away from the line, and it's twice she's tried to work the ball to the line on the right side, and twice she's missed the sideline. Hübeli Brunner go into the technical timeout, 12-9 to the good, and what was 7-all has quickly moved away from Germany. Switzerland taking the initiative. It's going to be a close one, I'm telling you. It's going to be nothing between the two teams. Well, only one team can win the gold. Germany lead by 1 match to 0. Switzerland leading in the opener here. And for Hübeli Brunner, it's a perfect start. We've seen some incredible defensive plays from Brunner early on, as Hübeli gets ready to serve on Tillman. Brunner again, that one's in, and Müller's just passable slightly off the net. That's going to put her under some pressure. What a dive that is into the angle from Hübeli. It's really well spotted. It's a good decision from Hübeli to make the break on the knuckle. Hübeli's had the best of this rally so far, but it's Germany that saves side out just. But the intense pressure from Switzerland certainly evident here. Fans love it. Of course they do. We're in Austria. Klagenfurt started in 1997. The first women's event in 2001 in a glorious lakeside town, but throughout the years, fans just made their way to Klagenfurt for the beach volleyball. In a marketing ploy from Hannes Jägerhofer to entice fans by putting beers underneath seats. Now the fans are very happy to come and buy their own beers, and plenty of them. High swing off the top of the hands, just a real nice late turn. The sort of play that you only see when the pass and set is completely in rhythm. Hübeli. My words. This Swiss team love playing in the Red Bull Arena. And it's interesting that they started on Svenja Müller. Müller sided out with ease. And it's since they've moved back to Sinja Tillman that they've managed to just take a few breaks from her, a couple of errors offensively, complementing each other very, very well here. Team that were also at the World Championships, but they lost out to Kelly Kalinske and Sarah Hughes in the round of 16 in Rome. The world number 5s with only one win this week. Backs against the wall slightly here. Jouston. And that one's battered the top of the net and disappeared out of play. This has been a sensational run from Tillman Müller. Have got it all to do here. Hubli and Brunner flying. Be interesting to hear what Kirk Pittman has to say down there.
Bit of a bad patch in here, you just keep going. Try side out the next line and get the next point. Yeah? When you're up there, try and just get over. Yeah, just try and almost like we did that drill where you grab the ball. Try and grab it.
Well, certainly a team who are building to get back to form after some COVID issues in the camp after the World Champs. And we're back underway. Tillman. Oh, handling call against Svenja Müller. That there just pretty much sums up the opening set for Germany, as Carla Borger was just in and around the commentary box having a chat. She had to try and get away from the court side. I might try and get her on in a minute, but she's getting ready for potentially the golden set for the third time. Good scoop, really nice play. Sinja Tillman goes back on one. Hubli the target, Germany with it all to do. Trying to work sharp, it's good serving and blocking, bringing Hubli to the inside, making it a struggle for her to access the cross-court angles, and at the same time, they have a few insurance points here, Switzerland. Brunner from the right side this time, slightly tight, blocks in the game. Block is certainly in the game, what a cover! Oh, Nina Brunner! A little bit of pinball with a jumbo from a standing position. Hubli Brunner are cooking here in the Red Bull Beach Arena. That swat from Svenja Müller, you feel, had to change direction. But it was straight at Brunner, who could do the rest. Maybe all the adrenaline has just meant that Switzerland have gone from cooking to being slightly burnt. Standing float serve now on Hubli. And it's incredible, but they've been incredible the whole way through this final for Hubli and Brunner. You have to say, in the semi-final, they cruised past Vladimir and Klavchenoka from Latvia, didn't they? 21-15, 21-18, and there's another error. And they're just asking the question here of Tanja Hubli, and maybe we'll have a challenge as well, but this is smart from Germany. They've just cut down their errors, and in turn, Switzerland have opened the door once more. There's a bit of pressure going on here as Have a look at the fans in the background. Some great outfits, the beers are being sunk, and look, it's a gentleman with a mullet with a tray of beers around his neck. That's Austria, that's beach volleyball. Again, serving Hübeli inside and taking the line seems to be the ploy of the Germans at the moment. Challenges in progress as Hübeli thinks she's managed to just chew that one off the top of the block, but let's see. No touch. Challenge gone for Switzerland. Timeout from the Swiss. 18-16 now. They've just been knocking at the door, haven't they, Germany? And they've got themselves back in. Both teams have gone on runs of points. Both teams have conceded runs of points. It's going to be interesting to see what the coaches say.
The first ball will stay a little bit inside, and then you had problem. Okay, they try to send you on left, so just be ready, and Nina will help in middle. And we try to do similar, the same action. But Anya, you make now 3 different decisions. Just try to be fast with acceleration. You can spike line or good cross, how you feel with the position. And if it's something, try to repeat second time the same, and not like change the decision.
Well, 18-16. Didn't have that one written down, did we? Because Hübeli and Brunner's defense and blocking on point. Tillman with a couple of errors and a couple of swings into the block, but all of a sudden it's changed and it's panic stations for Switzerland leading by 2. But this is the beautiful thing about having a Svenja Müller. If you do serve good balls to the inside and take the line, it's going to be very hard for players to get around it, and that's exactly what they're trying to do here again. This time Hübeli does turn the ball into the angle, and she does score off the hands. The hey-ho echoes around the arena. Hübeli Brunner doing this the hard way, but we saw the same from Borgasuda earlier on. They had clear leads, let it go, and then came good again at the end of the set. Brunner is making defensive plays. Both teams struggling at times to side out, but Nina Brunner has been absolutely superb defensively, reading the game here. Sitting on that sharp one from Sinja Tillman, and then slotting one away to the line. Set point, Hübeli Brunner. Good touch. Another opportunity for Germany to bring this back to 3. Tillman away from the body. It's a nice one. It's a big ask though, isn't it? They've been asked a lot of throughout this season, and they've always delivered. Tillman Müller. Good pass from Hübeli though, a really long touch. That should be it, but no. Another offensive error from Tanja Hübeli. And the breaks are coming thick and fast here for Tillman Müller. But is it too little, too late? It is out the back. 1-0. The European champs from Vienna last year have taken the opener. A smile from Karachalios. Germany are making a comeback though all the same. You feel that their best is still yet to come. Well, the setter contact point from the opening set. Just having a look at the passing accuracy, 47% in system, 53, just slightly off. I mean, that's still pretty good from Germany. There's just that back third that they'll want to be trying to push on the net a little bit more, but Svenja Müller still manages to have options from those passes that are off the net. And in theory, it was Sinja Tillman that managed to, or they turned the side out onto in that first set. Switzerland's passing way better. That's a big stat, really. The offensive errors have still come in, even though Hübeli has been passing well for time. Still some offensive plays out the back. Tillman will get us underway. Look at the focus. Ready to receive Nina Brunner. It's a perfect position, it really is. Stable, legs are pushing into the floor. Ideal pass. And Tillman beaten from Nina Brunner this time. And again, Tillman the target from the inside to the line this time. And moments ago from the outside we saw Tillman try and turn cross body, but from the middle she wants to go to the line, and I think Tanja Hübeli can see that one. It's an early break for Switzerland, and it's exactly what Germany wouldn't have wanted. That set's inside, the ball has to go angle. And maybe a little bit of luck for Germany as the set's inside from Svenja Müller. There's only one way that ball could go, and that's into the cross court. Hübeli decided to stay on the line, and Brunner just a little bit beaten by the speed of the ball. And this has been the difference, as we saw in the statistics, that the passing from Switzerland has been slightly more consistent. It's another block from Hübeli, this time to save side out. It's not a break point, but again, it just seems that Hübeli's got the better of Germany in the blocking phase of the game, and Tillman has been blocked out a few times. This time, it's a move into the line. Tillman struggling to find a way past Hübeli at the moment. But we saw that Switzerland was 70% just under in system in the opening set. As Tillman goes for the spin serve, and at the moment you can tell that it's just not quite clicking for them. Last night was a big evening for them here in the Red Bull Arena, defeating Schützenhofer Platuschnik 16-14. We really did expect to see the same level of performance from Schützenhofer and Platuschnik in the bronze medal match, but they were brushed aside from Tina Glaudinia and Anastasia Kravchenko. Knuckle over the top, and it's another error for Germany. And Carla Borger is next to me in the commentary box. We're seeing if she can join us in just a moment. She looks like she might be getting ready for a golden set. The decision will be with Ricardo Vento and Kirk Pittman, I'm sure, but also the players will have a say in everything as well. This is a long-angled serve on Tillman, trying to bring it back to the middle. Exactly the same from that situation. She wants to play with the line, but where before she went with power, now she's going with accuracy. Softer shot. And through the seam, very nice from Brunner. And Nina Brunner has that cross body really, really nicely. Germany just split on the wider angles and leave the seam open. It's good vision. But again, you have to say that Switzerland have passed pretty well out there today. It means that they have all of their options and range available to them. Also good vision of the court when the pass is so good. Well, maybe. Don't call it a comeback just yet. But the service pressure has just gone up a notch. Netband ace and some dip ducking, dodging from Hubeli. Reverse. Tillman, wrist away into the sharp angle. Brunner has played some marvelous transition work, but it's Tillman who's going to have the opportunity. And they just seem to be making slow steps back. The Germans doing a good job of turning the ball. The first phase was the wrist away swing. This time it's drawing through in transition. Germany doing a good job of not playing much where they face. Tillman now playing defense as Müller serves and penetrates on in. It's a good serve as well. In. Fairly close for Brunner, who we've seen for a few seasons really enjoy coming in on an angle and drawing the ball slightly off of her center line to the cross court. It's becoming in a little bit straighter at the moment. She looks in full flow, that's for sure. Tillman Müller certainly improving as this game goes on, but Switzerland holding their nerve. What a dig. Brunner's made some outstanding plays, and maybe that's one of the best transition plays of the day. Switzerland move forward with a 3-point lead. She makes a late move into the seam, holds the seam, watches for the high line, and just here, beaten Svenja Müller. Potentially could have had slightly quicker hands into the angle.
Short, you know that one you just did before? It's there. That playing across. They want to play from the middle, they want to take you across. Yeah? But I think still stay aggressive. You know, like, even when you're on the left side, this, anything here, or the cut when you're on the left side, when you're in the middle, this one here, down the line, fast, it's open.
Pittman saying that the wrist away swing is open all the time. Carla Borger up here is starting to limber up outside the commentary box. Already played 2 golden sets this week, which means there's a high chance that the number 7 team in the world are going to be making their way back onto the center court. And Carla Borger is coming into the commentary box very quickly with us before she does get ready, potentially for a golden set. That is Müller, was instructed to maybe go wrist away, but ball's come through, and it's Nina Brunner again, who's having a great game. Carla Borger, are you getting warmed up yet for a golden set?
Actually, I was just finding a spot where I can see the game without any interruptions. Yeah, hi everybody. Yeah, probably I will go down in few points and warm up, just to be sure.
Well, you've played 2 golden sets already, and you must be feeling the pressure in a race to 15. And how quickly does it take you to get warm after losing, sort of being warm playing before, taking an hour and a half out, and then coming back in? It must be tough to find your rhythm.
Yeah, it's tough, but anyway, it's a new game, and I'm full of adrenaline. Like, I'm trying to pump me up as much as possible, and it just kicks in and you just go and play.
Certainly one thing that you don't lack is energy, Carla Borger on the beach volleyball court. Well, touch through this time. And we're saying earlier on, Carla, that this is a team from Germany that have had problems with COVID. They've had a couple of weeks off, and they're just finding their rhythm again. But it's a great German beach volleyball team, and one thing that Germany doesn't lack is good women's beach volleyball teams. Touch to the line this time at 12-7. We're not far away from the technical. It's one-way traffic here with Borgasuda already winning the first game. This is a must-win for Switzerland. And Carla, quickly, how have you found this new concept, the Nations Cup? It's like the Continental Cup. It's entertaining. You must have had a great time playing.
Yes, it's amazing to play down there, and I don't remember when we had the crowd like this. Like, I really don't remember. That's so fun to play. That's for the spectators, for us, for the referees, for everybody, for you guys out home. It's just amazing to watch. It's great beach volleyball, and it's really getting tight, all the matches. And yeah, it's a nice format, really. I was not believing it, but I do like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the wrist-away swing that Pittman was talking about previously just got blocked out from Hubeli, and they went for exactly the same play again, and this time the arm is good. I mean, she opens up really nicely, the wrist goes away from the body, and Hubeli is beating on the sharper angles. But this is really interesting now because it's the inaugural Nations Cup competition. It's a chance for players and nations to have their name in the history books here, and it's Switzerland that lead Germany 13-8. But remember, the Carla Borger sat next to me here, and Julie Suda have won the opening game against Anouk Verger-Dupree and her new partner, Menya Bentele. I mean, I must say, Carla, very impressed with Bentele today, once again stepping in to the level as the level goes up.
She's a really nice player. She's still so super young. She's still improving. She learned so much in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, it's a really girl we should watch out. I have to say goodbye.
It's time to warm up, isn't it?
It's time to warm up.
Just quickly, whose call is it? Kirk Pittman, Ricardo Vento, Carla Borger, Julia Suda? Who knows? You're figuring it out.
We just gonna all talk together after the match, and then we will just see. We have no idea, really.
Okay, we might see you in a minute.
Enjoy
Thank you
watching.
so much for coming up. It was nice to have you.
The best replay, so thanks for you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Well, service once more at 13-8 post-technical, as it's starting to get very interesting. The set's tight from Svenja Müller. What a knuckle that is from Tillman. That'll do it. (13-9). And here's a chance for Germany. The fast pass seen from Svenja Müller. And then she goes with the overpass into a different direction. We didn't see that in the opening set. We saw her go straight down the throat of Brunner. Brunner this time needs to side out, goes with the jumbo. Excellent work from Switzerland. You feel that we've seen this before. Switzerland pull away, Germany come back, Switzerland pull away. It's exciting stuff here. And this is the Brunner Hubeli song. Back set. Wrist away, swing again. That was the one that Pittman was talking about. From the middle, go away, the cut shot's open. Switzerland worrying more about the swing through the body than the one away. And one thing that Tillman does have really well is that swing away. Long angle, serve to Hubeli. Chance in transition, good bump setting in transition. Going for the cutty is Brunner. And maybe Carla Borger doesn't need to be warming up just yet, because Tillman Müller are doing things the hard way, but most importantly, they're getting stuff done and they're back to 2.
it was good decision both, because the one you spike high, it's okay, the block was there, but it wasn't, we could play this ball, and this it was empty, you were just a little bit too late with the decision, you know, to make the cut, you were dropping a little bit. And Gal, Sinya is doing more time cross, and sometimes when he see you are like in problem, sometimes can go also to line. But block is not so aggressive. You can go just fast, you know, the one or the other. She did one good defense, okay, to the cross, but that's all. Calm, control the service is not hard. We play again, just make a fast decision and it's okay. Go.
What a game this has been. A phenomenal competition. You've got 2 of the top 10 teams in the world fighting this gold medal out after Borgasuda won earlier on. From the left side, Hubeli needing to find something. Tillman is starting to come back in abundance here. It's a special performance this for Germany, because it looked like they were down and out. A couple of good bits of work in the timeout, Pittman feeding back some of the tendencies and the block defensive solutions that Germany should take, and they're figuring a lot out for themselves. Hubeli also has struggled inside out for times of this game. That's gone super high. It's really well judged from Nina Brunner. Sees it all the way back, and 2-point game, change of ends. Switzerland or Germany? Who's your money on? Switzerland have the advantage, but at the same time, Germany have the momentum. And this place surely is pumping this evening, when Moritz Pristaus, the man with the sweetest moustache in beach volleyball, comes out to play for Austria with Martin Emakora. Seidel Voller as well, up against Italy, but Tillman, oh my word! The Germans are cooking. The chase was on, free ball. I mean, this was a huge opportunity for Hubeli, and she gives back a free gift. And Germany just did not need asking twice. For me, that's a game changer, and for me now the game has turned this second set in the favour of Müller and Tillman. Well, Borgasuda don't need to be getting warm just yet, do they? Do we go to 3? Svenja Müller. Bit of luck off the net band. Hubeli, flatter set. Tillman is there again. She's very good at seeing that high line and making a move for it, but it's a bit flatter that the contact from Hubeli, and in turn they make the point, and the 2-point lead is there again. But a side out certainly from Germany would then put Switzerland under the pump. Hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen, we're in for a bumpy ride. Tillman and Müller have been behind this entire match, but they're just creeping up on Switzerland. Hubel passes off the net this time, charges in, and the contact is slightly heavy. The ball's gone long, and that's exactly what we were speaking about. The side out from Germany. All of a sudden, Switzerland are back under pressure, and I don't think they're feeling comfortable siding out at this moment in time. Tillman serving on this long angle again to Hubeli. She goes back on the sharp one. She turns round and roars to her partner. Here comes the boom for Tanja Hubeli. Good pass, great feet, and then she just manages to turn it on the sharp angle. Which way does this one go now, though? That's the question. Setting from Tillman, very good. What a chase from Brunner. She's made some outrageous defenses. Hubeli swat, 2-point game. Switzerland now 2 away from taking this match, sending it to the golden set. I mean, it's topsy-turvy. Pressure. Couple of points one way, then the other. Nina Brunner making some outstanding defensive plays throughout this entire match, serving. Swiss team based between Bern and Thessaloniki in Greece underneath the guidance of Christoph Diekmann. But it's Müller who goes off the inside hands. Wow. Coaches change end, players change ends. And it really is interesting now as the coaches go about their work to try and settle the nerves of the players and maybe give a slight bit of instruction. It's off the inside hand of Hubeli. What an atmosphere. Müller. Change of ends brings a missed serve, but still see Kirk Pittman down there clapping his hands slightly. Serve to the inside. And through the seam from Svenja Müller. Tension always building. Nothing between them, is there? I mean, they're siding out for a set and match point here, Hubeli Brunner, but Tillman Müller have been really tugging at the shirts of the Swiss for some time. Here's the dig from Tillman. There's a net touch against Müller, and that will bring up match point for Switzerland to send us to a golden set for the 3rd match in succession today. My days. Tillman to stay in the match. What a touch from Brunner. She's dug so many of those high lines today. It's Tillman again, second swing to stay in this one. No! The baby line into the net has brought Switzerland back to 1 match all. We go to the golden sets here in Vienna to see who will be crowned as the women's champion of the Nations Cup. My word, what a game. 21-18, 21-18, very, very close. I don't know what's about to happen. Do we see Borgasuda get their pads back on and go back into bat here? You'd imagine that Hubeli Brunner will go back in for Switzerland. But these are huge moments, as we've already seen Carla Borger get back out there and start warming up. There's 5 minutes for the golden set. As we have a look at the stats for this one, I mean, 4 blocks to 1 Hubeli on Müller. That's a big game changer. 10 errors apiece, a few nerves in there, that's for sure. As we start to rev up here, as well, I can only have a look over the top. Julia Sutter has just taken her sandals off. Tillman is currently discussing things, or whatever she's thinking, to Carla Borger, and Kirk Pittman is the head of delegation here, so he's the man that signs the paper off to see who's going in. But we might even see a match-up here, because Julie Sutter hasn't actually put her playing kit on, so we could see something completely bonkers and maybe see Carla Borger go in with Svenja Müller, or we could see Tillman Müller go back in for Germany, the top-seeded team. Who knows? We're about to find out. I have confirmation coming in here. How exciting is this? We're going to have a look at these middle attacks and everything all the same. but it has been confirmed to me as we have a look at the Hawkeye stats that it is Carla Borger, Julius Sutter going in for Germany. It's confirmed that the team who are undefeated this week will go in for the golden set. For Switzerland, it's Hubeli and Brunner underneath the guidance of Karachalios. Bentele looks on. My word, drama in abundance. Let's be having it. Because now Borger Suda have to warm up quickly to get themselves ready to go again. And I mean, personally, you have to say, this is exactly what we signed up for, because this is just crazy. Slightly chaotic, certainly it's carnage. As Borger Suda try and figure out how they're going to get warm. We just said that when we had Carla Borger up here, saying, okay, we're going to have to go and get ready and warm, and then the adrenaline just takes over. Well, fair enough. Vienna are ready for this game to go to overtime. Every single fixture today going to the golden set. How quickly can Borger Suda get ready? There's 8 minutes in between matches here, as Borger just tries to get jumping again, limber up, get that arm swing smooth and flourishing once more. As the good news for Switzerland is that they're already warm. They can come back onto court without doing much. As, oh, the ball boy's in. Oh, he's setting absolute nectar as well. Carl, what a moment for the court crew. We won't see it at this moment. We're looking at Hubeli Brunner, but Carla Borger is warming up. And you can hear the roars. And you can't see it on the picture, but one of the ball crew from the side has just come in and set absolute butter 2 times in a row for Carla Borger to warm her up. Where are we going for this gold medal? Well, if you are just joining us, this is what this competition is all about. Tension, drama. But we're seeing a golden set now for the gold medal. Tillman Müller, they beat Schützenhofer Politischlik last night, dramatic fashion. But they've lost out to Brunner Hubeli, and Borger Suda have come back in to try and steer the gold medal the way of Germany. Smiles all round for Borger. They've already beaten Biankin and Scampoli in a golden set. They've also already beaten Williams and Pospilova in a golden set already. Now they're having to do it for a 3rd time. Müller looks on. Nothing she can do now about this situation. We meet the refs again. Irina Koloskova on the stand, backed up by the local Andrea Lippi. Okay, for the gold then, let's reintroduce our teams. Well, Borger Suda are coming back in. A lot of experience here for Germany. World Tour Finals champions at the end of last season. Undefeated so far this week, but they are the strongest second team in the world ranking at 7. They would be every other nation's first team in this competition. They've come in front of Tillman Müller, who've only won 1 match from 4 this week. Not really many spare seats in this house. Borgasuda make their way back into the Red Bull Beach Arena for the last time, and it's going to be rocking. 2 teams who are in the final 4 of the European Championships last year. It is the European champions who represent Switzerland here today. Nina Brunner, Tanja Hübeli, who beat Katja Stam and Risa Skun in that final on that day, but they also beat Borgasuda 16-14 in this arena last year in the semi-finals. Rematch now of that semi-final, of that tie-break set here in the golden set here today. Nina Brunner gets us underway. Julia Suda, the target to start us off, and it's a good play from Suda, goes off the hands. God, we're gonna have some shaky moments, surely. Hübeli from the left side. Oh, off the inside hand of Julia Suda. It's a break point already, 1 missed side out from Germany. This is the problem that Germany might just have, is just settling into their rhythm. But once again, the out-of-system rhythm setting from Carla Borger, as we saw earlier on in her game, superb. She's looking for the 2-ball, plays it back to the line. Brunner is there, back on 1. What are we watching? Nina Brunner is everywhere, but she can't convert. Here's a chance now. With 1 over the top. What a rally! As we start, as we mean to go on here in Vienna. Brunner made 2 outstanding plays as Carla Borger was trying to be crafty. Now Switzerland lead by 2. Suda to the line, very nice. She does work the line on the right side incredibly well. Hübeli away from the body. Carla Borger is there again! And some of the plays that we're witnessing already in this golden set, magic. One thing from Borger to dig the cuddy, it's another thing to turn it so sharp and so late. They're meaning business now at 2-2. Short ball on Hübeli. Robust swing to the line, tries to kick out. And as we saw earlier on with Müller-Tillman trying to play with the approach lines of Tanja Hübeli, Borger trying to bring the short ball in, means that Hübeli only can really swing to the line there, but she does have the height advantage, Tanja Hübeli, 6'3". The Swiss blocker, 2 inches higher than Julia Suda, so it is a slightly different matchup than previously because Hübeli has got the height advantage over Suda. It's a really late move. The defensive work here from Carla Borger again is absolutely remarkable, but the transition this time is slightly long. Sort of the target, back to the line again. She's worked that line well all week, coming in straight on that right side. We know that she can turn it back, cross-court play with both sidelines from there. A lot of this relies on the pass of just about every player on the court throughout these tough moments, and also how you act in these moments. Can they be solid? And it's a high swing from Hubeli, who's looking like she's going to target Suda, not only with the serve, but also throughout her own side out. It's a little bit off, but she knows she can hammer up into the hands of Suda. Suda's having to reach to compete here. Wow. Today has given us everything, hasn't it? Pass from Suda. This time she does go back to the angle, and it's a hammer from Julia Suda. I mean, this level of volleyball in this environment, it's a nail biter. One thing you have to say is that the passing from Switzerland has been good, but Julia Suda's blocking even better. Hubeli's gone over the top a couple of times. They change it up to Brunner, and they double up into the cross body that Brunner loves so much. The line is wide open. It's a late move from Suda. Actually looks like they could be in quite an I formation. The Germans here not giving much away in their block defense, and then making big moves into those channels. As you can see, another late move from Carla Borger to the line, but the knuckle to the angle, strong. Passing off from Suda, and that's been the big difference so far. Yes, Switzerland have been stopped a couple of times, but the passing from Switzerland have certainly been in better areas. Chicken wing from Julia Suda, but maybe it's just because Switzerland are more in rhythm at the moment. They've just come off the court from a two-set victory. Borger Suda, they had an hour off in between games. Let's not beat around the bush and say that that does not affect the rhythm and the time it takes to come back into the game and settle.
I think, Carla, every time we make 1 point, whatever it happened, let's push to Tanya.
I don't understand.
Every time we collect 1 point, we score, let's go to Tanya. Is that okay? Vamos lá. Tranquilo, se diverte, vai virando bola, tá? Tiver na dificuldade, mira na diagonal aqui, deu porrada. Se diverte, pô, a gente tá aqui pra isso, pra melhorar. Vamos. Solta, vambora.
Tanya Hubeli serving straight down the line to Suda. Ball's brought inside. And there's a hitting error. Oh, the ball's gone in, my mistake. If you don't want to be making those mistakes at these moments. Coming in straight. Might have been a net touch. The ball's actually out. I wasn't wrong whatsoever. There's a challenge. Unsure what's going on here because the ball was out from Suda. Still trying to figure out what's going on here. Let's touch off the block of Hubli. Net touch from Tanya Hubli on the way down. One would say that was the decision that was given, and that is exactly what happened. Suda is holding on to that volleyball for dear life. You're going to have to fight her for it if you want to get it back. They're back to one here, but Hubli, Brunner. With a side out or a missed serve gives them the 2-point lead. It's okay because Borgasuda will feel that they're just warming up into this and they'll be able to make a couple of breaks as this game prevails. But good serve from Brunner, gets Suda on the deck, and then the baby line is seen from Hubli. Has to backpedal. Borga goes really wide and something's off the antenna. It's the spike from Suda. It's a setting error from Carla Borga that goes wide of the mark, and so far this German team haven't been beaten in a golden set, but you can tell that it's just difficult to get the rhythm back with an hour's break in between. Some great plays from Switzerland all the same here. Bump set to the inside of Suda. She goes high into the angle, but once again Brunner is sat in the power line and she makes a good dig. But she makes a sensational transition play, and it's almost game over already. There'll be a happy man in Spiros Karachalios. And an ace. Borgasuda changed sides. Nina Brunner sees it from a mile away, still tests Suda, and with an ace, they're 4 away with a 5-point lead. Switzerland look like they're going to do the double in Vienna. Last year, this team won the European Championships here in the Red Bull Beach Arena, and it looks like Hubli Brunner are going to do it again here. Yellow card for a time delay. Heating up as Borgasuda try and find a way to slow the game down, collect some thoughts and some rhythm. Suda on the right side, set slightly off, and there's a spiking error from Julie Suda. And now just 3 away from winning this inaugural Beach Volley Nations Cup. Fast serve to the line. Too many errors inside out for Germany. It's another great block defensively from Brunner. Perfect break from Suda. Suda goes with the jumbo knuckle, but turning, opening up and going back with the ball is Brunner in transition. My word, what a rally. The reverse bump cutty, Carla Borga. Wow. Are you not entertained by this show in Vienna? These athletes giving it everything they've got. You never know. Can they sneak a side out or 2 off of Hubli? There's one. Small steps in the right direction for Germany throughout these times. But too many errors, isn't there? Service side out spiking, and the change of ends maybe coming at the wrong time. 13-8 for Hubli Brunner, and really it's been a sensational week for them. They love playing here. The fans really do take to them, sing their songs and support them, and Suda's running out of gas offensively. And here we go, it's championship point for Switzerland, and they thoroughly deserve their victory. 6 match points, the European champions serving against the World Tour Finals gold medalists Brunner. She's made so many digs. Switzerland are the first ever Beach Volley Nations Cup gold medalists here in Vienna. It's the double for Hubli Brunner, and the celebrations can begin. Hugs all round Anouk Verger-Debris, Menia Bentele join the victorious players on court, joined by Spiros Karachalios. Hugs from all the German players as well. They've been brilliant this week. But Switzerland top the podium. Bentele smiling. What a moment for her in senior beach volleyball. You have to feel for Müller, Tillman, Borgasuda, who've battled so hard. And it wasn't quite their day, was it? Well, what a performance from Switzerland. They've done it again in Austria. Bruna Hubli victorious against Spain's Carol Labardo earlier on in the week in the golden set. They've done it again here today. 15-8 against Borgasuda, the European champions against the World Tour Finals gold medalists. You have to say, to come out here and be undefeated, didn't drop a set today, did they? They were victorious against Latvia yesterday in straight sets. The very good Tina Gladinja and Anastasia Klavchenoka. They were incredible value for their victory, Switzerland. And they're going to stand on the top of a Vienna podium again. And what is it with this team? Every time they're in Austria, they win. They win in Baden, they win in Baden again, they win here in the European Championships, and now they take home the Beach Nations Cup for 2022. Well, the trophy moment coming our way. We have an awarding ceremony for the women's event. Before we go back to the men's semi-finals, one more game coming this evening. CEV Vice President Emma Labrador is here to present the trophy. We should see Hannes Jägerhofer down there as well at some stage. Someone who's been instrumental in building the sport in Austria, but first of all, Switzerland will receive the trophy presented by Emma Labrador, CEV Vice President. Switzerland take gold at the Beach Volley Nations Cup. And for Tanja Hubli, Nina Brunner, Anouk Verger-Debris and Menia Bentele, their names will be in the history books forever. The first ever winners of this competition, and it will be back next year, that's for sure. What a moment for Switzerland, a great moment for Menia Bentele. Good results at junior level, stepped up this week and keeps improving. And also, fantastic moment for Inuk Dupree, who's back competing again with Bentele with the injury to Joanna Hydrick. Super serious. We hope that she gets better soon. Spiros Karachalius only recently started in the post with Switzerland. A good day for the Swiss program here in Vienna. Lots of work done behind the scenes from Christoph Diekmann, Sebi Beck as well. The Swiss program, very, very strong.
Nina Brunner, Tanja
So we're
Hüberli,
going to
may
hear
I
from
ask you a couple
Nina
of questions
Brunner.
in English just for our international
Of course, and
guests?
Tanja Hüberli, of
Have
course.
you expected a golden set against Borgasude?
Yes, I think Germany has two good teams. This is also why they came into the final, I guess. So we were open. We knew that both teams are great and that it could be that Borgasude jumps in if it comes to a golden set, yes.
Congratulations, Tanja Hüberli. After winning Vienna last season, now again. What was a magic moment in this game? Or was it just your game, your flow, and everything works fine?
It was actually so much fun, but we had a little bit, we were maybe a little bit nervous in the end of the second set when we were leading, but it was maybe also good that we had the coach on court this time, because usually we are alone and had to figure out what we were gonna do. So this tournament was just so much fun, and especially being back in Vienna, couldn't be any better.
Congratulations. I mean, Nina Brunner, the people pushed you really to win this gold medal. Have you noticed that?
Yes, for sure. Already last year the crowd was great, and we were so happy to come back, and it was great again, and we're looking forward to come back to Vienna anytime.
Thanks for these kind words in English, and congratulations once more to the Swiss national beach volleyball team.
Well, what a team. Certainly one of the very best in the world on their day. A couple of medals already on the Pro Tour this year. And now Switzerland top the podium. Team effort this week as we have a look at some replays from the earlier game. Inuk Dupree and Menya Bentele pushed Borgasude all the way in that first game, but it went to the golden set overall when Borgasude came back in. Unfortunately, couldn't get over the line. Well, we're going to have the presentation in just a moment for the men's. Come back on to the centre court at 7:30 local time. Luckily, they're very good in Vienna. They've already tidied the court up from all the confetti and the celebrations moments ago. Hubli, got it done. Pulled Switzerland over the line. The competition all week long, I mean, no bad teams in this competition. Italy always improving in the women's game at the moment. The Netherlands knocked out earlier than they would have wanted. Two strong teams in form this week. Latvia take the bronze at the expense of Austria. What an event this one's been. As we're almost ready for the presentation. Well, welcome back for the presentation. What a competition it's been, the inaugural Beach Volley Nations Cup. It's attracted the best players in Europe because Vienna puts on the biggest show in European volleyball and world volleyball as well. As we welcome back our teams, our medalists for the women's competition. As Latvia paraded as bronze medalists. Brilliant display throughout the week from all four of the Latvians. Anastasia Klavchena, Katina Gladinia, we know them so well from the European Championships last year, but also the Olympic Games. But now Vavara Brelko and Annette Namike are also given their place alongside Europe's elites. Victorious today against Austria after falling to Switzerland. Tina Gladinja making her way back from playing on the AVP just last weekend, where she won in Fort Lauderdale. And well, second place this week. All smiles for the star-studded German side, the top team in the competition when it comes to world ranking. Cindy Tillman, Svenja Müller back after a bronze medal at the World Champs in Rome. 5 in the world rankings at the moment, but felt just finding their rhythm back with competition. Carla Borger, Julia Sutter, the World Tour Finals gold medalists from Cagliari. As the teams are presented with their medals down there courtside, Marcus Glassam presenting the medals from A1, as we've seen the OVV President Gernot Leitner present the third place medals a moment ago. There is one for Ricardo Vento as well, the head coach. Kirk Pittman, the head coach of Tillman Müller, having to make a dash to the airport to make his flight straight after the golden set. But the first ever Beach Volley Nations Cup gold medalists in 2022. Switzerland top the podium. And my word, don't they deserve it? Missing Joanna Heydrich from the roster. In comes Menya Bentele for a first career victory at senior level, playing alongside the Olympic bronze medalist Anouk Verschet-Dupree. But it was the European champions who stood on the top of the podium almost a year ago. Who are undefeated today. Nina Brunner and Tanja Hubli will be the last two to receive their medals, but Yvonne Richley from Vienna presents the first place medals to the two teams. A moment that they certainly won't forget in a hurry. Switzerland have been a powerhouse of European women's beach volleyball for some time, and it's no surprise that they were the best in Europe at this new format of the Beach Volley Nations Cup in 2022. First place gold medal goes to the Swiss. A word for Spiros Karachalios for leading the team this week. Well, the next award is for the fastest serve of the competition. And it goes to Anastasia Kravchenko. Proud moment for her. Her jump serve certainly flying this week. Another proud moment for her in what has been a very good few years. Remember, Vladimir Kravchenko won the 2019 Beach Euro Volley in Moscow. Hannes Jagerhofer comes out to present the event trophy for Vienna 2022. Without that man in the picture, so well respected by everybody here, because there would be no Klagenfurt, there would be no beach majors, there would be no Vienna. Really set the standard high and developed beach volleyball. Left his stamp on this sport over the years. Jagerhofer, it's Switzerland that take the trophy. And the CEV competition trophy. God, that's a big one, isn't it? Menya Bentele gets to lift the trophy. The youngest player of the Swiss team. Why not? A great moment for Swiss volley and what they're building. Photos that will last forever. And of course they're still cheering. Celebrations can begin now, but can't be celebrating too much with the Elite 16 in Hamburg and the European Championships in Munich on the horizon. We all stand for the national anthem of Switzerland. A year to the day Anouk Vergier-Dupri won the bronze medal in the Olympic Games. But there we have it. The party can begin for the players. They've worked so hard this week. They pose for some final pictures. What a moment for the sport. Remember, we still have the men's competition starting very, very soon. Handshakes all round. As that's all we've got time for. We're going to be back very, very shortly with the men's competition. Congratulations, Switzerland. We'll see you soon. But from us, for now, it's thanks and goodbye with the champagne showers commencing.